Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last scooter race of the day. This is, of course, the second of Sunday's super class. Looking at the grid quickly, John the Greek in pole. He is on Harry Smith's production bike. So again, don't entirely expect him to trouble Graham Tatton, number 4, or indeed Nikita, 36. She's been closely followed by Ryan, 51. Ryan, hopefully his engine woes behind him, and we'll see a good battle between those two. Harry Smith just whizzing through. I keep mentioning these guys, but they are Hornet guys, so hey ho. Some good battles earlier on in the day. Further down the field, we'll be watching for that again. Certainly in the stock race, they've been treated to some quite spectacular action. Jim McNally there is whipping around the outside. He'll want to bring it to Graham. His machine's certainly capable. He's certainly capable. So let's hope for a bit of a tussle there. Graham's been having it all his own way in stock class in 4E. I need to do something about that. Jim is, we think, on his 4E, but it does look like it's going well, so that's fine. I'm joined again by George. Of course, you're missing the racing at home, mate. We look forward to seeing you out. I think, Darley, you're next out. I look forward to seeing you in production class now. You're 15.
The 6 being set last year by Roy Wilkinson, and the 6A being set by Lee Bamber in 2018. No, he said 1918 then.
Not sure Vespers and Lambrettas were invented at that point. Our commentator Wendy said the lap record was set in 1918, possibly a little early. The bikes with the red number boards essentially are the full super class machines. The ones with either white or blue are backgrounds, are machines from the standard class just getting extra track time. The starter at the rear is waving the green flag. He's happy, they're away, they'll be watching the flag. For the lights, even the lights are on, they're out, and it's a good away. Nice little wheelie from John there, but of course the machine's completely engulfed straight away as they all head off to the first corner, and we head off to Andrew Sharkey's dulcet tones.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So Nikita looks like she's got the whole shot into the first corner, closely followed by Graham Tatton. And there's a bit of a gaggle behind that with Ryan, Jim McNally, Damon Yates, and John the Greek going around the outside of John Holt. Harry Smith in close pursuit, then Harry Smith, Ben Redding, Shane Hunsdale and Sean Collinson. So they're all away off and safe on the first lap. Jim not too far behind Graham, but he's out on his 4E bike rather than the Group 6 that he was running earlier, so they must have had an issue with that. Interesting to see who the usual gaggle of scrappers of the production class that are out in this come through. So Graham coming through, chasing down hard. He's got that better drive out on Nikita. Looks like he's going to beat her to the first corner. But never discount Nita for wiping your nose into the March Hatch's hairpin. And as we come back, Harry Smith in front of John Holt behind Ryan Clipston. Then Shane's got the better of Gary and Ben at the minute. Those three been scrapping all weekend. Sean Collinson just going through there. So Graham's still out in the overall lead. Nikita still first in the Group 6A on the zip. Then Jim McNally in second on the Group 6s. Third for John the Greek so far. Damon Yates behind him. So Gary and Ben have both got passed through on Shane. Permanent change in positions. Those
We'll see more as they come.
So here we go, Graham just slightly extending his lead.
Home straight.
Obviously 10 lap race this one, quite a long race.
Select is ground time. All right.
15 minutes or so of hard thrashing of engines. Everyone praying they exit. John still going great, head tucked in. Damon Yates following him down, catching him a little bit, but once we get to that hairpin, John will make up. Harry leading the next bunch, now in front of Ryan Clipston, then John Holt, Shane, Gary and Ben, in that order at the minute. Ben's catching up on Gary, looking to try and make a move on, probably drive out of that corner if he can, but Gary's got a good exit speed on that one, he's just gapped a little bit. So Harry's still going well on his Group 5 Vespa in front of Ryan.
As they come down into Dada East. As you go through the S's.
And there they go through.
Going wide and then coming through on the left coping to
Closing up a little bit into that left-hander to go back down
quite close enough to do that.
through
Our leaders are
into the back straight. So the leaders are already in sight coming through, round back onto the start-finish straight. Graham just slipping the clutch out of the corner there, keeping it on the pipe, trying to maintain that overall lead, doing a great job, and Jimmy's flying on that 4E, chasing his sister. Then goes John the Greek, who shall be a third place in Group 6 despite being on the Proddy, and Damon Yates, similar gap back from John. As you look back, and Harry Smith still leading, John Holt squeezing through past Ryan. I imagine Ryan's going to outbrake him into Hatch's hairpin though. Yeah. And Shane's stretching a bit of a lead over Gary and Ben. So Ryan's now right on the back of Harry, looking to go round the outside of him. As Harry gets on the power, he should be able to maintain that position quite easily, I would hope. Shane there now, stretching that a bit, but Ben's closing in quickly on Gary, trying to get on the inside, and he does. Gary will get that exit speed. A leader going through there, great. Over Gary, still in front of him. So here comes John, tucking in one arm in, trying to make himself more aerodynamic. Most of his fingers over the clutch. John dropping his arm to the floorboards in order to try and make himself more aerodynamic. Harry, Ryan and John all having a great scrap, three-way battle for this one. All on different bikes. Harry on the Group 5 Vespa, John Holt on the Group 6 Lambretta, and Ryan on the Group 6A Zip. Ryan managed to get the better drive, which is understandable on the Zip coming out of that corner. Harry will try and push him wider and maintain that line and try and get on the power to hold him off. Yeah, he does. Go on, Harry. Oh, yeah, Ryan goes right round the outside of him on the power and gets in front of him. So leaders back now onto the start-finish straight, ticking off another lap. Another great smooth performance from Graham, making it look ever so easy when it really isn't. Jimmy still flying. Of course, down on power in this one with him being on his 4E bike, was still a great showing. John similarly on the production bike. I think he's at least 15 brake horsepower down on his normal Group 6 bike. Damon seems to be struggling to select gear. Might be retiring. Yeah, hand up. Not sure what. He's going to coast into that hairpin when people are coming. I'd get on the grass if I were you, Damon. He's still going. Harry and John both getting in front of Ryan. Ryan slips up the inside of John Holt. We'll be trying to do the same to Harry on the next one. It's Damon Yates on his blue Group 6. And back in this battle, so more position changes in that little freeway battle. Leaders are already catching them now. It won't be long probably before the lap. Jimmy is really not getting dropped off by Graham. It's a considerable gap, but it's not getting any bigger. John riding the wheels off that production scooter. Gives him that exit speed to maintain. Harry now comes through, seems to have broke the toe on the other two. So that one's stretching out, but Ryan will obviously be quicker out of this. Like I say, you back down to first gear at Hatch's hairpin, and you've got some gears to get through, and obviously lots of drive on the geared scooters, whereas Ryan just twists the throttle open, gives it the full beans, comes firing out of that corner and starts catching them. So going back now, Shane's back in front. Every lap it's a different order through this section. So Shane back out in front, followed by Ben Reddings, then Gary Smith. Going through into the left, Ben took the inside line again. Very close to the back of Shane, but Shane's just got the slightly better line for drive coming out of the corner, maintaining that position. Graham's catching him quickly. So maybe only the top 4 or 5 that do the actual 10 laps. Gaps building in between that. Oh, John, little wheelie out of Hatches. And we're looking back now. Harry still building that lead over John Holt and Ryan Clipston. Good to see Harry getting faster and faster on that Group 5 machine. Now Shane's some considerable distance in front of Ben and Gary, but we've been like this before and it's still got closed back down again. Gary seems to be going up the inside of Ben. He does. Ben should get the better drive coming out of the corner though. He does. Gets it back up to the inside of Gary before the next corner. Gary's still coming strong around the outside, which will give him the inside line for the next one. Still great racing from these three, providing us with entertainment all weekend. And then we've got Nikita coming through, followed by Jim. Nikita rolling off a little bit because she knows there's no one in her class threatening the position. It's all about maintaining that position for this 10 laps, which is the longer race. Make sure it's a nice clean sweep of 4 out of 4 victories in the Supers class for her, as well as the 4 out of 4 she's had in production. Harris managing to maintain that lead over John, but John is catching him down, reducing that gap a little bit. So Ryan will get in front of him and slow him up for this next one. So Graham Tatton laps the production boys race, and that was the last lap, so they're all through onto the last lap with the leader. So this will be Nikita has now let Jim through. Jim McNally now in front of Nikita, but obviously racing on track but not racing position due to the different classes they're running at. Nikita happy to just take the win. Don't stress the bike, don't cause any issues. John the Greek still circulating well on the production Vespa. riding the absolute wheels off it. You see it snaking as it comes out of that round it before the left. So Harry goes through in front of John Holt still, and then Ryan clips in, and then we should be getting the leader coming through now for another great victory for Graham. Well done, Graham. I think that's a clean sweep for Graham. No, I think he lost one, but then Shane goes through some way, but Gary gets that one over Ben. The pair of them acknowledging each other. And Jim coming through in second, followed by Nikita, which will be first place in the 6-8. So that should give John the Greek third place in Group 6 on the production scooter, which is great riding, as he gives us it. He's happy with that. At one point it looked like his racing for Sunday was over until Harry kindly said he could borrow his production scooter for the race to get him out and get him scoring some points in third place. He's done exactly that. Great riding from John again. So just see if Harry can make it through in fourth place. It does. It looks like he's done that. Ryan's got in front of John. That should give Harry a nice run to the line. Well done, Harry. And John just getting past Ryan Clipson before the line, and then Sean Collinson coming through. So that's the end of the racing for the weekend for us scooters. All facing the long drive home now, but in the glorious sunshine that we still have remaining. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in a few weeks' time for the coverage at Darley Moor.